Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and we relax and craft and we work on a project. And right now we are continuing on block number 4 of the I Love Home Block of the Month Quilt Along by Jacquelynne Steves. You can find out more about it at jacquelynnesteves.com. There is a link to the post in here as well if you want to check it out. It is a free quilt along. It is, you just sign up and the emails will get sent to you. It goes until the end of December. So if you're interested in this project and you still want it for free, make sure you sign up before then and download your patterns. So we are well on our way into the needle turn applique. I'm doing a combination of needle turn applique and embroidery. So the hearts and the flowers I'm doing all in needle turn, and then the rest will be embroidery. So that's the plan. We're gonna do this second skinny stem here tonight and probably start the petals on the flowers. I'm kind of excited for that. We're gonna do it all with scraps. And if you are just coming in, we are having a giveaway for the I Love Home block number 4, and it's through Jacquelynne Steves. And it is from Olfa this time, and it is the Olfa folding cutting mat here. It folds and magically becomes a large cutting mat, so it's great for travel and stuff. And also the Olfa rotary cutter and some endurance blades to go with it. So that is the giveaway for this block, and the giveaway is going to go till the end of the week, so you can sign up on Friday and Saturday yet. To sign up, you need to subscribe to my page here, and then also, or like the page. If you're on Facebook, you're liking the page. If you're on YouTube watching the replay, then it's subscribe, and then leave a comment, hashtag I Love Home Quilt, and that will be your entry. And you can enter on any one of my posts from this week, of my videos from this week, and whether it's a replay or the live video if you catch it live. So that is the plan, and then I will pick a winner over the weekend and let them know, and so later next week I'll let you guys know who won. So that is the fun giveaway for this week. This is the same cutting board and the rotary cutter I've been using for this entire project, and it's nice to have that little option to fold up the cutting board for sure. So okay guys, let's get going on the little rest of that stem here tonight. So I'm gonna flip you around, we'll get going. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so we already have this cut already from yesterday, and how we decided to do it was, instead of cutting a curved shape, we cut just a straight shape but on the bias of the fabric. So the bias means the 45-degree angle of the fabric. So if it's being made, the fabric, with threads going horizontally and vertically, if you cut it on the diagonal, the 45-degree diagonal, that's the bias. And it's stretchier. The bias, if you cut it on there, is a lot stretchier. So we should be able to stretch it into this curve easier than if we weren't doing it on the bias. So I'm giving that a try. The other option is to actually cut a shape that is this shape, the curved shape. But I wanted to give this a go and see if it worked. I've never done it before on the bias like that. And we did it with this one and it worked okay. And this one has even more of a curve. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start out how I did yesterday with this stem. Is I'm going to draw a line on here, and actually I'm going to draw it kind of, I want a small seam allowance, because the seam allowance has to be skinnier than our actual stem here. Oh, thanks, Patricia. You're so sweet. Oof, we're getting crowded here. Scissors everywhere. So my seam allowance has to be skinnier than the actual stem. So I'm going to draw, and I don't think we made it small enough with the other one. It's going to be a little more difficult to stitch with such a small seam allowance, but, you know, physically we need it to be small. I suppose I could cut it after we tuck it under, but yeah, I mean, that'd be an option, but let's just do it this way. And then I'm going to just go over a little bit about the width of my stem here. And we'll cut the rest of it off, but I'll do that. I'll cut the excess off once we work on the other edge, I think. This worked pretty well last time. I know, I got my matchy nails on. Isn't that funny? I don't do that on purpose. No, it just kind of ends up that way. All right, we got our applique pins. I want to get those out. You know, the more I think about this, maybe it would be easier to start with a bigger seam allowance and then just, when we're done, flip it up and snip the seam allowance. But we'll try it with this itty bitty seam allowance and see if that works. I'm going to draw this line on a little bit more. I can't see it very well. This is going to be my guide for matching this line up with my background line here. All right, so let's just get that kind of started. I'm going to fold it over. And that's going to go right here. I'm going to overlap this bottom piece a little bit. And you know what? I'm going to just pin that temporarily in place right here. We didn't use the pins last time, and I think we should this time. So I'm going to kind of get it started. Since it's stretchy, since it was on the bias, I'm going to stretch this side out a little bit, get it going, kind of get that little arc going. And obviously we have a ton of extra, so I'm going to cut that, and we still probably have extra. So I'll snip that some more later. But I'm going to try to match up with a few extra pins, my little applique pins. I'm going to try and match up the lines. And, you know, this will stretch and adjust as we go a little bit, but let's put that there. And I'm pinning from the back because then my thread won't catch on the point or anything, or the head of the pin. Oh yeah, so this I'll definitely trim away, all this seam allowance. We got a ton extra, but I'll do that after we do the first side. We're gonna do this edge here first, and then I'll cut off all this excess, and then I will do this inside arc. But I left it for now because, you know, we're gonna be handling this quite a bit, and so with that, if it frays a little or bunches up a little, then I can just trim all that off too. Let's get it again right here, and I think I want to do kind of finish it off a little bit here. So I'm going to get one more. We'll adjust this. We'll take this out and adjust as we go. I suspect it's going to stretch even more, and we'll adjust. But let's hold that last little bit in too. It's almost more of a visual guide, so I can keep in check that I'm keeping the arc going, and it's looking okay. All right. There we are. Oh, and then I will, I think I'll probably just remove this. And we'll work to this first one here. Oh, let's put the guy back. I love this little case that these come in. These are the Clover applique pins. I think I have a link to it. I can't remember if I put a link to it or not, but it's nice because it has a mechanically closed thing. It's not just setting on top and I'm hoping that it stays shut. It clicks shut, so that's nice. All right, I got Zeb here again, my little pin cushion guy. And I am using that size 10 straw needle, or Milner's needle. They're called both things. Alrighty. Snip. Okay. So I was so excited, you guys. I was supposed to get my scissors in the mail today, my little colorful stork scissors. But they are stuck in customs right now, so that's going to be my project for tomorrow. FedEx said it was... Hey there again, guys. We are back. Hopefully it works again now. Thank you for joining me again, and happy Thursday. If you're just joining me or watching the replay, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. Good, you're starting to pop back in. Sorry about that. Sometimes it just goes down. I don't know. So thanks again. We are continuing on block 4 of the I Love Home block of the month quilt along. So we just pinned on that second stem here, and we'll start stitching that on now. That's the plan. So you guys get a bonus chance to sign up for the I Love Home giveaway this time, and it's that Olfa cutting mat again, and the rotary cutter and the blades. So be sure to do the hashtag I Love Home quilt, and you'll get entered again. So there you go. Oh no, I know. Sorry guys. Usually when it goes out on my end, I'll try and do a post on the Penguin and Fish as soon as I can, just to let you guys know that it's on my end, because I know it's, you know, sometimes it goes out on your end, sometimes it's mine. It's a whole big kind of question mark still of how this all goes. So right now we are back. Hopefully we stay on. If it does go out again, I'm probably gonna just call it for the night, because sometimes it's just how it goes. It's a bummer. But I will for sure do a post and let you know if that happens. But right now it looks good to go. So let's flip around and get stitching. We're all ready to start. All right, back at it here. All right, I got my needle threaded and ready to go. And we can get started. All right, let's start by folding over this edge. And you know what? I think I am gonna put that pin back. Yep. Thanks for joining me again. I appreciate you sticking with me here. It's always a bummer. If you've watched any of my YouTube replays, when this happens, I try and put both the first video and the second together. I kind of merge them together, and you see when it cuts out like a live stream. Oh, what does it say? It's mean. It just says it cuts out and you've lost the video, and then I'm sad. All right. We got our first little bit ready to go here. Aw, Patty, you're sweet. All right, matching up those lines. Again, this is just so skinny. I think my seam allowance is still a little wide. But our second stem, like that stem that we did yesterday, that's a little bit wider than the drawing, and I think it's gonna look fine. Oh, thanks, Tamara. Yeah, I think this is pretty cute. I think it's gonna work well. And then we'll probably use this fabric for all of the leaves as well. Oops, I didn't go around that twice. I think I'll go around twice here. I think we'll use the same thread for the leaves, and it'll be cute. We use the same, or not thread, the same fabric. We use the same fabric for the leaves and the stem in block 3, and I thought it was kind of cute, so we'll do that again. Oh, yes. So exactly, Sue. So I was saying before we got cut off that I was expecting to get my scissors in the mail today, my cute little stork scissors. And then we checked the FedEx tracking. It was supposed to come in today, and it is in customs overseas right now. So we got to figure out how to get that out of customs tomorrow. I don't know if there's something special we have to do or whatever, but a little held up on the scissors yet. Other than that, I got everything for the embroidery kits done today. So they're ready to go, except for the scissors. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I'm hoping we can get it real quick. Yeah, I know, because it's like, they're so dangerous, all the massive scissors. But they will get here, and hopefully sooner than later. Hopefully it's just like a standard little thing, and we'll be good to go. But I'm gonna check it out more tomorrow. We didn't find out till late in the day today. So boo! Yeah, snip you to death, the tiny little birds. Tiny little storks. I'm sure it's just one of those things, but it's annoying when you're tracking a package and it says it's gonna come a day and you get excited and then it doesn't come. Ah, well. All right, taking out the first pin. I will definitely let you guys know though if it's taking longer than we expect. And I mean, like right now, I'm hoping it's just all perfectly fine, but you know, I'll keep you updated. All right, still trying to keep this curve. Let's see how we can do. Oh, you bought a few straw needles today, Heather. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'm totally liking them. This is, again, this I Love Home project is the first time I'm using them, and that extra length really does add, I think, a level of control, and how thin they are. Well, I'm using the size 10, so how thin the size 10 ones are, I think, is perfect for needle turn. The delicate work. You did pure needle turn instead of your bias tape maker. Oh, that's cool, Gretchen. I'm glad it worked out. That's kind of fun. I gotta break the bias tape maker out again. I think that'd be fun. Make some bias tape again for something. Oh, you love the house blocks so much. Oh, you ordered a full village pattern. Nice. Where you can buy the straw knitters. Oh, Antoinette, I did put a link in this time. I realized I didn't have it in. So if you go, I mean, I don't know how you're watching this right now, but if you go to the text for this post on the Penguin and Fish page, down in the products part, I have 2 different links to straw needles. So and they're both on Amazon. So I'm hoping they ship overseas. I would think. Well, I mean, not overseas, up north. Maybe they thought storks were real animals. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know. Oh, you got yours at a quilt shop. Oh, yeah. So that'd be good. Definitely call your quilt shop and check them out. If your quilt shop does a lot of handwork, I would hope that they'd have some good needles for that. How do you know when the fish circus place have those cute pin cushions? She has a email list. So if you go to the Fish Museum and Circus on Etsy, I think in her introduction sentence or whatever on her page there, it'll have her web address. And then there you kind of have to search around, I think, for the newsletter, and that's really the only way to find out when they're up. She'll send a newsletter out and she'll be like, it's at this time on this day, and you have to be there immediately to do it. Watching you on the iPad? Well, we'll check later. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Antoinette. Yep, it should be listed in the products used section of the post. But yeah, she even did a little, and maybe she'll do it again, but she even did a special sale for people who haven't been able to get one of the pin cushions yet, just because they do go super quick. But yeah, definitely sign up for the newsletter. That's really the only way to know. All right, I'm just kind of laying it flat on the table here. You know, you've kind of seen me a few times do this. I'm kind of laying it flat. I'm kind of assessing that my arc is still going good and then going well, and then folding the next little part over because it's easier on the flat surface. And oops, see, I messed it up. And then picking it back up to stitch the next couple stitches. Actually, I'm not quite tilted enough underneath there, so maybe I'll just hang on to it. Enough setting it on the table. There we go. Oh man, I was waiting all day though for a giant package of scissors to come. And my whole day was planned out for tomorrow to get all of them ready and whatever, but now we'll be doing something else. So actually tomorrow, if you've been waiting for an email from me, you should receive it tomorrow. I've been a little behind on those, so I'll be sending emails and I'll be back on the Penguin and Fish Crafters page too, for sure. You guys are posting just such beautiful things lately, and I want to check it all out. The weather is cold, Alice. It is, yep, best laid plans, exactly, Gretchen. Gotta be flexible, I suppose. But there was definitely a drop in temperature today, and it's just got windy. At least it was sunny, but it's that cold sunny, like the start of that, when you know, if you see the sun outside, you know it's going to be like 15 degrees colder than usual. That's what's starting. And that's the worst. You drove home with blowing snow and big winds. Ugh, Patricia, yuck. Yeah, it's headed that way. It's definitely windy. We were supposed to get a bunch of snow overnight last night, and I'm not sure we got any here. And if we did, it was gone right away. And I think we got in Minneapolis here, I think we had the highest temperature, and with the wind chill in the state. So I think with the wind chill, that was 5 degrees. So it was like 20 degrees, but with how windy it was and how cold the wind was and all that, the wind chill, the feels like temperature was 5 degrees, and that was the high for the state. So that's what it's like here. It was a crispy feeling out there. Luckily, I didn't really go anywhere. The Hubs was out and about though, so he came in shivering. I am crossing that other stem right now, so I'm just trying to make sure that I'm tucking in all those edge stems. Yeah, and I should mention that's 5 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, which means it's even colder. I think 5 degrees Celsius is still like 20 degrees or something in Fahrenheit. So no, it is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh gosh, 87 by you today, Renee. Oh man. Yeah, put away the flip-flops. So Patricia, I had a friend over here today and helping me out, and she said that her son went to school in his sandals, and I was just like, oh my God, I would die. I would so die. I do not do well with cold. I'd rather be inside, but that means I'm inside just like way too often too. Try to balance it out to do all that outside stuff. I don't know. Oh, you mulched leaves today before the front went through. Yeah, my husband did that yesterday. He mowed, and we started to take out the garden yesterday, but then it got dark. It gets dark so early now too. So we're hoping it's relatively decent this weekend, so we can both go out and finish up the yard stuff. I mean, we still have our air conditioner in our window. Oh, you would love to see snow? Oh man. I will take a picture for you. How about that? I love the snow. It's just the cold, the super cold. When we got our new, well, not so new anymore, but when we got the new car, we splurged and got the heated seats in them, and oh my God, that has made the biggest difference in driving altogether. Just those heated seats. Ugh. All right, a couple more stitches and we are done with this side. This arc is looking pretty good. So hopefully we can get that inside curve. I'll just have to pay attention because I think last time I was kind of losing my curve here, and then when I realized it, I had to like double back a little bit and make sure that I remember that, hey, this is supposed to curve in this direction. So we'll make sure we do that with this nice big one. So all right, I'm at the end, so I'm gonna tie a little knot here, or I'm gonna go through it again and then tie a knot on the back. So this second stitch is kind of locking it for now. And headed to the back. Nope, my pins are flying everywhere. So we will go down this other side, and then I would like to start the petals tonight. Yet I know we had a little hiccup in the middle here. Oh, thanks, Alice. I mean, I can say I have definitely improved. For sure. I can confidently say I've improved because I know I should bring out my some of my splendid sampler stuff, find some of the early needle turn applique that I was doing on that project, and you'll just see, first of all, it took forever and I was fumbling all over the place compared to now. But it's crazy looking. Like my inner seat, or my inner seats, I just read the word seat, but the inner points and stuff are just all over the place. So it's definitely improving. All right, so we just got to do the inner edge here. I think this looks great, this outer curve. Now I'm gonna cut really close. Let's see, how can we be careful about this? Like this, I think. Now I need to cut my super skinny seam allowance. It has to be skinnier than the width of this so I can stuff it underneath. So I'm making it kind of about the same, a little less maybe. So I'm just following that blue line that we drew on the applique piece at the beginning. But this is definitely stretching and moving really easily. And again, that is because we cut it at that 45-degree angle on the fabric in relationship to like the weave of the fabric. That's called the bias, that 45-degree angle, and that's super stretchy. All right, and the stretch allows it to bend and move everywhere. Needle, Zeb has my needle again. Let's get that. Oh, thanks, Patty. Now I make it look easy. I did not make it look easy before. I made it look crazy. But that's what I love about taking on these projects is I love learning new techniques and getting better at stuff by, you know, like, well, that ain't working. Let's try this. And okay, that kind of worked. Let's do this. And all right, I'm not getting this at all. Let's get some education. Hit the YouTubes and then come back. And you guys always give really good advice and stuff too. So I've learned a ton from you guys. And it's getting better. Like there's definite improvement on the needle turn. Phil's still here. He's just got pins. Ooh, he's got applique pins in him. Let's give him a few more applique pins. It kind of goes with his phalange. That's why he's named Phil. His little phalange on his head. We'll give him little echoing phalanges with the applique pins. There we go. So he's still here too. Phil and Zeb. They're friends. They're just out of the way so I don't topple them over. I'm kind of freaked out that I'm gonna drop them or something like that. And I'd be sad if either of them broke. I don't think that would happen, but you know, it's still a nice ceramic piece. All right, I am just getting this fold started over here. This is the tricky side of them. So if it's a little wider, I'm not going to mind so much because this one got a little wider. So I don't want this one to be super duper skinny and this one to be wider. But I think it's going to just on its own get a little bit wider. just from from the seam allowance. All right, let's get a few stitches in here, and I'll trim this. Oops, I think I lost my thread. Nope, good. I'll trim this little excess when we're done stitching. Oh, you have your Melvin in a very secure place too, Gretchen. Yeah, I know. I have him definitely centered in the table here, but I'm just like, I just don't want to flail and like whack him across the room. I'm just so nervous, but at the same time, I want to use it as you know, a pinned cushion. I don't want it to just be the cute thing on my shelf. I want it to be the usable cute thing. So if I use him and he breaks, I suppose that's a little bit better than if I never use it. And I can always glue them back together, I suppose. But I'm not going to project that out there. That's not going to happen. They're going to be nice and happy right here. Oh, thanks, Valerie. I know my nail color matches today. I don't know how that happens sometimes. Have you heard of a floss tube? We need one for applique embroidery. Alyssa, have you heard of a floss tube? I have not, Kimmy. Kima. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to look that up. What's a floss? What does it do? Just like hold the floss together, or is it a tool for something? All right. Tucking things under here. I'm just gonna check every once in a while that I'm getting this curve right. Since this fabric is really stretchy, I want to make sure that I'm not accidentally like curving this off into some other direction, because it kind of felt like that was happening a little bit with yesterday's stem until I realized it and tried to fix it. Oh, it's a live YouTube community videos. Oh, I don't know about that, Kima. I will check into that for sure. A floss tube. Oh, okay. I think I kind of get what you're saying. I will have to check that out. I've tried 2 or 3 times to get a pin cushion. Oh, yeah, Valerie, exactly. And there really is a trick. You have to have your, you know, if you've purchased something from Etsy before, it probably has your credit card info remembered, or like you have a preferred credit card on file. You need to have that done. I will definitely for sure check it out, Kima. But you need to have your credit card on file, your preferred credit card. So if you don't have an Etsy account or buying account or whatever, do that. I'm sure there's like a way to set that up. I'm not sure. And then in your account, put in your preferred credit card. And then when it goes live, you have to keep refreshing your web browser to make sure that it's current. So you have to keep refreshing it at the time that it's supposed to go live. I know this sounds crazy, but this is literally how you have to get one of these. And then the moment it pops up and you see anything you want, like don't be picky. She shows what's going to be available in her email newsletter. So in theory, you have an idea of what you would like. The moment you see it, you got to click it. A pop-up will come up that says, when you click it, it does not reserve it for you. So once you click the item, like say buy now or whatever on it, make sure you click buy now, not add to cart. Click the buy now, and then a PayPal will come up, or like a little pop-up will say, do you want to pay with PayPal or a credit card? Do not go to PayPal, because that's a whole pile of extra time that it takes to get to PayPal, and then you got to sign into PayPal, and then you do that, and then it goes back to your cart, and then you have to hit buy. That's too much time. Someone will have snagged it. So you have to click buy now. Then that pop-up will come up for PayPal or credit card. You got to click credit card. Then it will go to your receipt pay or your buy now page, and then click buy now. You got to go click, click, click. And that's how you order it. It's so ridiculous because she doesn't do many of them, and I think they're priced really well for how cute they are and how popular they seem and how original they are and everything. Like each one is unique. So they go super duper duper fast. So you need to do those tricks I just said to be able to order one. And it took me 3 times to figure that out. So I didn't get any the first couple times, and then I tried that PayPal thing, and I lost the ones that I did that way, and then I did the buy now and managed to snag one yet, and then I had it figured out at that. Oh yeah, they sell out of your cart. Exactly. So you have to, if you click buy, you're not reserving it. And that's just a technical thing on Etsy's side. It's not like that's not her fault or anything. So the only way you finally reserve it is when you get the thing that says, like that the purchase is done. And that comes after you've decided PayPal or credit card, and make sure to click credit card. And in theory, you should have a credit card reserved for you on file already. And that's the one you do, and you click buy. And then it'll say something like, I don't know, it'll be clear that it's purchased at that point. But up until that point, it is up for grabs for whoever clicks the buy now and credit card and buy now again, or whatever the text is on that last button, or finish purchase or something. It's up for grabs to anyone who does that the fastest. I know, aren't they cute, Valerie? She says she's going to try and set up her own website to sell. Oh, that's good, Gretchen. That may still not guarantee this whole reserving it when you put it in your cart, because that's a big back-end technical thing for wherever your shop is hosted by, even if it's your own site. So depending on where you have your site, it doesn't automatically, not every storefront or store or whatever will automatically reserve it. So if it's in your cart, some will reserve it for like a half hour or something. Like if it's in your cart, it's set aside for you during the process of checking out, but that's not how every shopping thing works. Oh, I know, she is so sweet. She keeps on making them, and she wants everyone to have one. She even did that special sale, a special newsletter list, just if you've never were able to get one, and had them at different times during the day. So different people from different time zones, and if you're busy at one, then you had an opportunity later. Like she's really making an effort with it, which is to get them to people. So it's really nice. Yeah, she had a newbie sale a little while ago, and that was just super cool. I don't know if she'll do another one of those or what, since I am not a newbie, so I am not privy to that newsletter. But yeah, they get snagged super quick. I'm still waiting for the thread pooping unicorn still. Oh, that's how you got Melvin. You just did the whole system, the quick click and click the credit card and then the buy now. There is a trick to it. For sure. Gotta be on it. And then your heart's going right when it's about to go live and you're clicking the thing a bunch of times, and I just remember getting so anxious, and I'm like, this is silly. I'm getting super anxious and clicking this thing like I'm having a physical reaction to being there on time. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this is crazy. But I like my little Phil and my Seb. I'm giving all y'all the tricks, though. You're gonna steal all the cute dudes from under my nose. Floss tube or floss tube. Yeah, I gotta check that out for sure. Patricia, I don't know. But I hadn't heard of that before. I gotta check that out. All right, I am just finishing this up. This went super quick. Oh my gosh, you were up since 3 a.m. that day, Alice. Oh. Yep. They're just so sweet. They all have like little itty bitty smiles. Yeah, and like I said, I didn't get one till the third time I tried. That's when I figured out, oh, I had to figure out along the way that it didn't reserve it when it was in my cart, and that I had to be there exactly at the right time, and yeah, so step number 1 is get on her newsletter. Did we find out about the charming chevron pattern? Yes, so I put new links in my post here, so you can check it out when I am finished here tonight. New links on the Facebook post, and they will be in the YouTube post as well. There is a digital version of the pattern available through Craftsy, and there is the printed version from Christa's site. And I put links to both of those, and because it was sold out in the Amazon store. So maybe it'll go back in the Amazon store, but she has them available through her store right now if you want the physical one. And I also put a link to the book if you were interested in the book. The pattern doesn't have anything to do with the book. Like, you don't need the book for the pattern, but I'm going to be following the book to do, like, I'm going to be using the free motion quilting that she's doing in the book and how she says to do it as my guide. So if you wanted to do that too, then I put a link to the book. Dang, I think that looks freaking awesome. That arc looks perfect. I am so happy with it. It went better than this other one. This one, I accidentally started, making the arc go this way, and that's when I caught it. But this is looking real good. So this is that bias again, and that worked swell. I'm super happy with that. All right, let's just give this other little bit a trim. We don't need all of this up here. And I think that is good. So let's see. We have a few minutes left. I mean, we have like about 10 minutes left. We could... Well, I kind of wanted to start the petal. So why don't we just see if we can get one petal stitched on today. Gotta move Zeb and Phil out of the way again. I got my scraps here. I wanted to just kind of make it all the petals different colors. So we could do all of them the same and then do this as one piece like we did in block 5. But I thought it'd be fun to use some scraps, even some of our pretty background colors and stuff, and just make just use scraps to make some little petals and stuff. So we got all these fun scraps, and this is the last block we can use the scraps on, since we'll be done with this guy soon. So I thought we'd just grab from here. So I think we'll just kind of start here. All right, so I think we'll use the light table again. So here's my light table. I still have my pattern not glued, but taped on there. And I'm just gonna plop this on. Hopefully it's easy enough to trace through and it looks pretty good. So again, I just need enough space around, and I'm gonna just extend. I'm gonna treat these all as individual shapes. So I'm gonna just extend each of them just a hair. So my final shape will probably be kind of like that, right? Just like a little petal shape. And I don't have to stitch this part on because it's going to be covered by another piece. So all I have to do is around this arc, and I can leave that open, which is going to save us a little time, which is nice. And I think we have just enough seam allowance on both of these that I can use this piece. 3 one color and 2 another. Oh, that'd be kind of cute, Patricia. 3 one color and 2 another. Oh, I kind of like that. So let's see. We'll get one on and see where it goes from there. I'm going to draw this line here still, though, just so I know where to cut. I'm just kind of connecting the dots there. So that's good. We'll start there. And I have this plugged in and it's just moved up my table here. So we'll just bring that back down whenever we want to do another petal. We'll just do them one at a time like that. All right. Figure it out. Oop, geez, see, I just kicked Phil with my scissors. See, that's what I mean. I'm gonna end up knocking him over. All right, so there is that. So in theory, we do have an arc here, so we could use the pinking shears or just our scissors to cut notches out of there. I'm not sure we really need to, but let's get this on first. I'm gonna just start. We'll just start here and work our way around. So I'm going to treat this just like the hearts here. Actually, I'm going to start from here and go around. I'm going to start on the inside. So I'm just kind of matching up my lines again. I think that looks okay. Let's grab a pin. And I'm going to pin this side here. Again, from the back, so we don't catch our thread on any of that. All right, I think that's decent enough. Let's get Zeb back over here and thread. He's our needle man and Phil's our pin man. I think that's what's happening here. Pins and needles. Maybe that's their last name. Phil Pin and Zeb Needle. All right. Let's show him a little piece. I know they need their own shelf. Well, when I'm not using them, then I have them behind me. But, oh gosh, I'm a little nervous about them being there too and just getting knocked over. But yeah, I know they need their own cute little shelf close to the floor, so if they fall, they don't break. I don't know. I'm happy to be using them though. All right, let's tilt this guy under. Try and match him up with this petal. All right, I think that'll work. So these are all going to be overlapped a bit. And you know what? I think I am going to do that butterfly, like fussy cut butterfly circles for the inside here. So I'm going to skip the hearts that are on the inside of these. And instead I'm going to put, we have that butterfly fabric. Let's see. Just grabbing it. We have this cute butterfly fabric. We'll fussy cut some of these out of here. Like cut this guy out in a circle. I mean, they're gonna get, like, he'll get clipped a little bit, but I think that idea is cute. Here's another one. We'll see. Maybe there's some scraps that have a butterfly on. I don't want to totally waste the fabric just fussy cutting something from the center of it, but we'll see how it goes. Yes, make sure to get your hashtag #ILoveHomeQuilt in. I'll be choosing a winner for that on Sunday. All right, I'm going to clip this curve, and I'm going to do it with the pinking shears again, just because it's fun. That's what I'm talking about, to put them close enough to get them, but far enough that they won't be knocked over. Yeah, exactly. I know, my poor little guys, they need to be out of flailing hand and scissors, apparently, area. Geez, I'm not cutting this well. I think because that pin's still in, but all right. Well, we got rid of a little bit of bulk. I think it'd be fine if we just left it all too. It would just be like a slightly poofier petal. Let's see if we can get this guy done before the end of the evening today. So I'm kind of going more by the background guide on this one, the background line. So hopefully that goes okay. At the curves, it's like one stitch at a time. Oh, I could use the green butterflies, that's true. There's definitely more of those. So I guess why I mentioned that is I think I will stay away from doing any green in the petals because we'll be doing the green in the center, which is already a little kind of funny versus doing like a bright color for the center. That's kind of not arced very well. Let's tuck it under little by little instead of one big go. But yeah, so bright colorful petals and then the greener center with a butterfly of some sort. We'll figure that out once we get all the petals on. With as many scraps as we can do. Oh, let's get rid of this pin. We'll give it to Phil. Come over here, Phil. Boop, there, right there. He's so cute. All right. Let's fold over the rest of this arc. Kind of folding it a little bit more than I need to and then poofing it out after. That seems to be working pretty decent. All right. I think I'm actually better right now at the inner points versus these outer curves. I still have a little bit trouble like tucking them in. Like it's not that I'm having trouble, I just know I'm missing a little bit of a trick to turn these outer curves. Like I can feel like there's just one little thing I'm doing funny. So I'm gonna I'll have to watch some videos on some outer curves and see if I'm missing like one little skill for these outer curves. I mean, they're working fine, but I can just tell I'm just doing, something can be tweaked here. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get better and improve, so I'm paying attention. Like I'm not doing it for the point of like, oh, this isn't perfect, I need it to be perfect. I'm doing it from the point of like, there's more I can learn here. And that interests me. I love that with crafting, just learning new stuff and improving. It's like having superpowers, I think. Every new little trick might save the day on some desert island, who knows? All right. This is the last little bit. I think this is going to be the last visible stitch. Then I'll do just to the end here, and that will be covered up eventually by our center circle. Okay, that's more than enough right there. So I think I'm gonna tie the knot there. I know that stem went like gangbusters today. That just worked super duper well. It was definitely good practicing on this one because I did, like I wasn't paying attention and I was gonna curve out this way instead of back this way. So it was good that I noticed that on this one so I could avoid, or at least probably just more pay attention to what I'm doing on the second one, and it worked out well. And that whole cutting on the bias thing worked really slick too. I'm happy with that for sure. All right, let's do another little knot in here. So this is how we're going to do the petals. It's different than how we did it in block 3, and that's going to be kind of like the challenge, or just the experiment, not the challenge. That'll be the experiment of this one, doing each petal alone versus all the petals as one big mass, which is what we did with block 3. Yep, go for finish, not perfection. Exactly, Joyce. You're gonna be happier that it's done. Yeah, so we're just gonna go around and do each petal by itself, and then do that. I just want to peek quick. I want to see if I have any of that green butterfly stuff. Yeah, so here's one. All I want to do is kind of lay this in the center. I'm kind of visualizing how this goes now. So this will go in the center. All right, so this is a lighter color green than the stem. So it's going to be set off by that. I'm just wondering if we do, like 3 of the same color here. Like it could be this blue flower, and then, maybe we do have like one yellow guy here, and maybe another one here, or maybe these 3 aren't all next to each other. I like the idea of maybe 1 or 2 repeating, so we can put that guy there, or here. You can go across. This will be in the middle. I'm pre-visualizing here. All right, and then like a petal there, and then like a little bright petal up there. That could be kind of fun. So what I was concerned with is, am I setting this middle off enough? And I think since it's a lighter colored fabric than some of these other ones, just barely, I think we'll be okay. And it's gonna look cute anyway because it's just drawn really cute. Like this flower in general is cute. I could maybe do more yellow and skip the other green. I don't know. We'll keep playing. So we got all these scraps to deal with. But what I wanted to figure out is, like, is this green going to be weird that I have green here and green for the stems? But I don't think it is. It's going to read as a lighter deal. So I'm happy about that. All right. We will pick this up tomorrow, which is Friday already. And keep going with these petals here, and then we'll probably do the petals on this one right away, because then instead of finishing this one, because it'll be easier to do both these circles, I think, at the same time. And we'll do those circles in the same way that we did last time, where we kind of make that yo-yo out of it and then do it. I think that'll be kind of fun. I think that's the plan. We'll see. We might trace it. They're kind of like a weird looking circle. So maybe this time we just try to do pure needle turn instead of the yo-yo. Yeah, maybe we do that just to be different than last time. I don't know. Well, we'll decide that when we get there. We have at least another day of doing all these petals. So tomorrow, petal day. All right, I'm going to flip you around and we'll call it an evening. Alrighty, so thanks again, guys, for joining me. It is coming together, and like I said, it's going faster than I thought it would. I mean, maybe that's famous last words. We're not to all those little leaves yet, and the petals will take a little bit of time, but it's coming together. Now that I look at it far away, though, I'm wondering if we should make kind of brighter petals, because that's kind of blending in a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I think up close it'll be cute, but I'm having fun. It's coming together. All right, so this will go up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies, and that first part that got cut out, it might not be in the Facebook replay, because Facebook's a little weird when you start a video right up after a first video, but it will be in the YouTube one. I'll splice the 2 videos together, so then you won't miss me pinning it to the piece or anything like that. So Penguin and Fish Movies.